Hey there, so this is number one. Same number one is on your sheet, so please follow along. This is a teacher model, so that means that I'm going to just show you how to do it, and as I go, follow along the best you can, trying to kind of see what I do. Now this is a review, but after a long weekend, sometimes it's nice to have that review. So follow along on this one. So the first thing I notice is that I'm solving. The direction should say solve, so I'm going to write that up here. Solve. As you notice, it doesn't tell me what x equals or anything, but it's not an expression because I have an equal sign there. So this is an equation that can be solved. So I'm trying to solve for x. So the first step, if you look up at our anchor chart, it says how to solve one-step addition and subtraction. Well, I have to draw the line to split my sides. Okay, step one done. Step two, focus on the side with the variable. This side has my variable. And it says do the opposite to get the variable alone. So my goal is to get x alone, so I have to do the opposite here. Well, this is a positive 2, there's no negative sign. So the opposite of positive 2 is negative 2. So minus 2, because remember, if I do minus 2 here, I have to do minus 2 there. Okay, then I draw my line here. And I go ahead and do it. 2 minus 2 right here is nothing. That leaves me with 0. And I still have my x that I want to bring down. So I have x, those cancel out. So x equals 14 minus 2 is 12. So x equals 12. Now I just need to check. You guys don't have a lot of room to do this on your sheet, but if you want to follow along with me, that would be good. So I have 2 plus, now instead of x, I'm going to write what x is, and x equals 12. So 2 plus 12, and then that's supposed to equal 14. And 2 plus 12 does equal 14, so 14 equals 14. I have a check. So that's how you do that first one. Alright, so here's my second problem. Again, this is another teacher model, so this is number 2 on your sheet. 18 equals y minus 12, so just follow along with me, write down as I go. So my goal here again is to solve for y, so I want to look up my anchor chart and do step 1. Step 1 is draw a line to split the sides, and you always do that right below your equal sign. Okay. Step 2 then is to go ahead and try to focus on the side with the variable. This side has my variable because it's y minus 12, so I want to focus on that side. And it says do the opposite to get the variable alone. Well, y minus 12, I want to get this alone, so I want to do the opposite here. Well, the opposite of minus 12 would be plus 12. So I'm going to go ahead and go plus 12. If I do that to that side, I have to do it over here. So plus 12. Okay. And then I always go back to the side with my variable, so I'm going to do this first. Minus 12 and plus 12, well, your whole goal there is to get 0 so that y can be alone. And negative 12 plus 12 is definitely 0 because they cancel each other out. So these cancel each other out, and you're left with y equals, and then 18 plus 12 is 30. So now y equals 30. You did get your variable alone. Step 3 says to make sure to do the same to both sides, and I did do that. I have plus 12 plus 12. Remember, what you do to one side, you have to do to the other side, the equal sign. Okay, and then step 4 is to check. So I want to go ahead and check over here. My original equation was 18 equals y. Well, now I know y equals 30, so I'm going to put 30 in for y, and then minus 12. So 30 minus 12 should equal 18. 18 equals 30 minus 12 is 18. So it works. Check. Alright, we're on to number 3. So this is now guided practice, which means you go ahead and try it, and then you'll compare what you do and watch me and see how that goes. Okay, so you go ahead and stop the video now and give this a try. Okay, now hopefully that went okay for you. I'm going to go ahead and show you how I would do it. If you're comfortable with how you did and you think you did it right, you can feel free to rewind through some of my demonstration here and just go to the part where I show you the answer. That would be totally fine on any of these guided practice ones. But if you get it wrong, then I want you to rewind and watch me do it. Okay, so here I go. Step 1 is to draw that line. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Draw my line down from the equal sign. Step 2 is to focus on the side with your variable. I have v plus 7, so this is my side of the variable. Do the opposite so I can get v alone. So the opposite over here of plus 7 is minus 7. Minus 7, and you have to do it to both sides always. Okay. 7 minus 7 is nothing. So those cancel out and you're still left with your v. V equals 10 minus 7 is 3. So v equals 3. Step 3 says to make sure you do the same thing to both sides. Minus 7 minus 7. Great, I did. And then step 4 is to check. So now I'm going to rewrite my problem, but instead of v, I'm going to put 3. So right here, I'm going to put 3 right away. Get rid of that. 3 plus 7 equals 10. And all I just did there is I rewrote this over here, but now v equals 3. And 3 plus 7 is 10. So 10 equals 10. So that did check out right because both sides are the same. So v equals 3 is the right answer. Alright, on to number 4. This is another one where you're trying to solve for your variable, so I want to figure out what does b equal to make this whole thing true. This is another guided practice one, so go ahead and stop the video at this time and try to do this problem, and then you can start back up when you have finished the problem. Okay, hopefully that went okay with you. You can do the same as last time. If you want to scroll through and just get to my answer and see if you did it right, that's fine. If you want to watch me do it, that's fine too. If you end up making a mistake though with your work, make sure you watch me solve the whole thing. So 18 equals b minus 8. My first step is to draw that line down by the equal sign. Step 2 of my anchor chart says to focus on the side with the variable. Okay, my variable is over here, b minus 8, so I'm going to focus on this side. And I want to do the opposite, so minus 8. I want to do the opposite, so that would be plus 8, because the opposite of minus 8 is plus 8. And I have to do that to both sides, remember. Always the same thing to both sides. 8, negative 8 plus 8 is 0. That was your goal. And you're left with just b. And that equals 18 plus 8, which is 26. So b equals 26. Step 3, make sure you do the same thing to both sides. Plus 8, I did, so that's just a check point, and we did do that right. Now I'm on to step 4, which is check. So I'm going to go ahead and check. 18 equals b. Well, b now equals 26. So I'm going to put 26 in there. And then minus 8, because I just copied down the rest of the problem. And now I go ahead and 18 should equal 26 minus 8, which is 18. So that did work. 18 equals 18. So hopefully that went okay for you. If not, try to figure out what you did, and we'll try again on number 5. Okay, so this is going to be our last one that we solve. So I have x minus 12 equals 8. I'm going to use my anchor chart and go through my steps. This is a guided practice one, so I want you to stop the video and go ahead and give it a try. And then once you're done, you can start up the video again. So go ahead and stop the video at this time. Alright, and we're back. Hopefully that went pretty well for you. So I have x minus 12 equals 8. I'm going to go ahead and show how I would do this. Step 1, on my anchor chart, draw a line to split sides. Draw my line to split my sides. Step 2, focus on the side with the variable. Here's my side with the variable. Do the opposite to get the variable alone. Well, I have minus 12. The opposite of minus 12 is plus 12, so I got to do plus 12 here. And then plus 12 there. Remember, you have to do the same thing to both sides. That's why I went plus 12 to both sides. And then minus 12 and plus 12, that'll give you nothing, which was your goal. So you did get x by itself. X equals 8 plus 12 is 20. Okay, and then step 3 says to make sure you did the same thing to both sides. Plus 12, plus 12. Very good. Step 4, check by evaluating. So I'm going to go ahead and check over here. So I have x minus 12 equals 8. I'm going to write everything just as it is, but instead of x, I'm going to put x, well, that's 20. So 20 minus 12 equals 8. 20 minus 12 equals 8. And 20 minus 12 does equal 8. 8 equals 8. Comes out right, so you know you did it right. Okay, go ahead, and if you made an error, try to focus and see what error you made. And then will be one more problem to go here. Alright, so last one here. I want you to go ahead and try this one. Now, this isn't a solving one. You do not see any equal sign here. So there's nothing to solve. All you can do is simplify. So you're going to try to combine your like terms. So go ahead and try to think back how to do that. Try this problem, and then you're going to go ahead and watch me do it and compare your answer. So go ahead and stop the video and try it this time. Alright, welcome back. Hopefully that went okay for you. So you have 6x plus 9 minus 2x plus 3. My first step is I'm going to underline what I think are my like terms here first. So I got a 6x and a 2x, and then I can go ahead and switch my colors. I also have a plus 9 and a plus 3. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and combine those two things. So my 6x and my 2x, remember here, tricky, it's 6x minus 2x. So 6x minus 2x would be 4x, because that's actually subtracting. So 4x, all gone there. And then I have my 9 and my 3. 9 plus 3 is 12. So I have 12, and then that's a positive 12, so plus 12. So 4x plus 12, there's nothing else you can do there because you cannot combine 4x and 12. So that is your final answer. Hopefully that went okay with you, and we'll be on to work time.